Okay, so we're live. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. I'm a host here on this immersion. I've been on Talk and Talk for over 3 years now. I love being a host here. It's an awesome opportunity, not only to improve my English, but also to improve our other skills that they are so important in my work. I have a business, so it's important to understand and to learn how to deal with people. And today we're talking about nostalgia. First things first, Andrea, please introduce yourself for us.
Yes, good evening, guys. I'm Andrea. I live in Guarujá since I was 7 years old, so it's almost 40 years because I am 47. Uh, I work in Santos as an administrative assistant in a Japanese restaurant. I've been working there since 2017, so it's a long time. In my free time, I like listening to music, drink wine, cooking, be here on Talk and Talk to practice my speaking skills because I really need and I love speaking English. I wish I could speak better, but I am in the process, okay, every day. So that's it about myself.
Thank you. Andrea, I've seen recently online that you received your Talk and Talk kit. Congrats for that.
Yeah, so beautiful. Thank you, Victoria.
Yeah. Did you enjoy? How was it?
Yes, a lot. And tomorrow I will have an immersion, so I will wear the t-shirt, Talk and Talk. That's it.
Very nice. Very nice. Congrats again.
Thank you.
Hello, Isabel. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking.
We were just introducing ourselves. Can you do that, please?
Sure. Okay. So my name is Abel. I'm 24 years old. I live in Florianópolis with my family. I'm a graphic designer and I work in area as well. I'm talking talk since the beginning of 2023, just studying English by now. And in my free time, I like read books and watch some series. Nowadays, I'm finished the Office, the series The Office. It's very funny. And that's it about me.
Thank you, Isabel. Anna, how about you?
Hello, I am Ana Clara. I'm 26 years old. I live in Araruama, is a city in Rio de Janeiro, in the coast, but in the countryside. I am a civil engineer and I'm working as a customer success manager on technology field for the construction industry. I love sports, swimming, surfing, going to the gym, not too much, but it's necessary because sport. And I said yesterday because I was encouraged for my friends to say that I'm recording videos to YouTube about sports. So I will send my channel here if you have interest in to know more about sports and this routine I will send. It's been very nice because it's different, but it's a time that I can do something that's not related with job and this kind of things.
That's very nice, Anna. I'm very interested. Please share your YouTube channel. And that's an interesting stuff. So, do you surf?
Yes, I surf. It's
That's very
been
nice.
5 years. I'm not so good like a pro surfer, but I can have fun and I can have a good time surfing.
That's very nice. I've been wanting to take some surf lessons because I've done it just a lesson. It was so very difficult, but I had so much fun. And I live in a city that there are so many amazing beaches, so I want to learn how to surf because it seems to be so, I don't know, fulfilling to be just you
Mhm.
and the ocean and and the board.
Yes,
That's very nice.
Florianópolis is a good place. I went to Barra da Lagoa is a beautiful beach and small waves, not too big, and it's good there.
Yeah, that one is one of the best places to take surf lessons because the waves they're smaller for people who don't know yet how to do that. Very nice. Thank you, Anna. Lucas, what about you?
Yeah. Hello, girls. Good evening. My name is Lucas Brizola. I am 29 years old and I live in Sorocaba, a city in the continental side of São Paulo. I am single and I have a dog named Mel, a Shih Tzu that is smaller than a big bag of rice. Mais ou menos assim. Uh, in my free time, I like to read, watch movies and the series at the home, listening to music. I am quite eclectic, listening to everything from technobrega to rock, and enjoy natural and travel whenever possible. One of my favorite foods is our candles of lasagna and the baked rice. And I am addicted to ice cream. Oh my gosh, I love ice cream. On my weekends, I like to quit activities like going to the mall or to movies, cinema, eating, etc. I've been working in recruitment and selection area 14 years, 7 years focusing in recruitment technology professional as a tech recruiter. I still fighting to unlock my English here at TALKTNTALK in February of this year. I am getting great results and I still focus in hashtag fluent English. That's it. Thank you.
Very nice. So I also love ice cream. Actually, I just got a bowl of ice cream before the immersion because I've been craving for some candy. I have a lot of cramps today, but that's okay. And Lucas, congrats. I love when you change your presentation. It's been so nice to introduce new words and for you also to understand all other contests. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Lucas is flying, Anna, that's true. So, girls, today I'm testing something new. I'm gonna let us, everybody here in the main room, to see how the dynamic flows, okay? So, I guess Isabel doesn't have the questions. Let me send again.
I
Let's
received
begin
nothing.
with you, Isabel. What did you want to be as a child? Maybe an astronaut? Some things like that. When we are a child, we dream big, big, big.
Yeah. I remember that I dreamed to be an actress because I saw the carousel novels and then saw a lot of children's acting, and then I thought, I want to be like that as well. And also, my mother uh, puts me in the past on a theater classes because I was very shy, and also to develop myself and have some interactions. It was very good. I consider that nowadays I have a good communication, and I'm not too much shy because of that. So it was good to me to improve that in my skills or even myself. But I think just actress that I remember that I dreamed about to be,
That's
but
very
nowadays
nice.
it's different.
It would be nice to begin making money when I was a child, now that I think. Very nice. And also acting lessons, they're very nice for all of the ages because helps us develop, just like here, speaking English, confidence and communication skills. So that's very nice. Andrea, what did you want to be?
Oh, guys, I remember when I was a child, I wanted to be a journalist, and until nowadays, I don't understand this wish that I had because I consider myself a shy person. I am not so good in communicate myself. Imagine being a journalist. And I remember, guys, that I used to interview my friends, making questions, asking questions and something like that. But I don't know who I changed why I changed the idea, but I think it was a good idea because I cannot see myself as a journalist nowadays, right? I think
That's
I
very
continue in
nice.
being a shy person.
Thanks for sharing, Andrea. Lucas, what about you? What did you want to be?
Wow, the question is so nostalgic. I love it. As a child, I wanted to be many things at the same time, such as an astronaut, a scientist, a chemist, químico, não sei se estou falando corretamente, an actor or a writer e otorrinolaringologista também.
My God.
Porque eu
That's
gostava
so
dessa palavra.
specific.
É porque eu gostava dessa palavra. Doido.
That's very nice and different. Thank you. Anna, and you?
When I was a child, I had not a dream, but a habit to take care of my doll. I had a big doll, like in like a in a weight of human, almost real, and I put like soap on his mouth to simulate I was a dentist. So I had this. Oh my God! I laid out the doll on the sofa and put light like a dentist. And I have this habit, so I think on the past I had this dream to be a dentist, but I don't know why. I think it was just a thing for of a child. And basically, this that I remember, maybe a soccer player because I played for a long time, but dentist it was one of the things that Mark I remember a lot about.
That's very nice, very nice. So, as for me, I had some phases. There was a time that I wanted to be a vet because, as many childs, I love animals and I wanted to take care of them. But then I learned a bit more that I should do if I was a vet, so I gave up on that. And but most of the time I wanted to work with science, technology, and stuff like that. One of my greatest career dreams when I was a child, a teenager, I wanted to participate in Google Science Fair. It was a global science fair that Google hosted, and many years a lot of kids went to that, and it was until 18 years, 17, I don't know, from 11 to 17. It was for young people, and I really wanted to go there. But back in the time, I understood English because I watched all the science fair, the 3 hour YouTube science fair, but I wasn't able to talk or any of that stuff. And also, I lived in such a small town, and it was not possible to develop the dream in the age that I have with the resources that I have. But that's okay. It was nice. So, Andrea, do you still hold on to your child dreams? Any dream?
Um, I think, guys, I had other dreams besides being a journalist. I really liked music, and I remember that I would like to be part of a band. And something that I wanted to learn was drums. And
Mhm.
until nowadays, I am thinking about have some classes to learn drums. Maybe one day, because we need to have time. And I think it's something that just to, I don't know, to refresh my mind, to have a time with myself, remember my childhood. And I think one day I would like to do it because I really like the song and this kind of things. Maybe one day.
That's very nice, Andrea.
Yeah.
Actually, a couple of months ago, my girlfriend, she took some drum lessons and she was very excited about it. And because she also loves music and stuff. And she said it's very nice, but it's complicated to keep your mind focused on the music and your arms and hands focused on the so many plates and stuff to do. But that's very,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think I will have a lot of troubles too, because we need to have focus on the music and a lot of things to do at the same time.
Yeah, but just like Anna was saying, it's very important also to have something to focus and think about other than work and other the stuff that you already have to do as an adult. So it's
Yeah.
important to try to reconnect with ourselves. Maybe probably you're not going to be in a big band or something like that, but it's just a way to reconnect with you and the things that you liked.
Yeah.
Isabel, and you?
I'm thinking about it, but I don't remember uh, more dreams than to be an actress when I was a child. Maybe travel someplace, but I really don't remember now. But nowadays, I think I have different dreams than I had in the past. Um, and that involves more, I think, adult life, like a good job, or even my house, or even travel, something like that. But about habits, nowadays I'm trying to continue with some habits that I started when I was a child, like drawing. I really like to draw. When I was a child, I draw a lot of things. Nowadays, I'm trying to continue this habit about and also do another things in the creative area as well. I really appreciate is the area that I work nowadays, but also have these uh, different things to do in this area, but considering an habit, not just a work. But I think that's it. More habits and not dreams that I remember.
I get it, I get it. Anna, what about you?
I think one of my biggest dream that I had when I was a child, and I still have, is to live near the beach, but like to go walking to the beach, not near like on the city. So I think it is a dream of myself on the past, but I know but it continues now. And once a person near me asked me about this childhood and what it impacts in your life nowadays. So, for example, the question was like, if you were a child, no, not if you were a child, but what things could you um, continue doing when you were a child? So I think I have this lifestyle because I had this on when I was a child. So continue with the child inside me nowadays is very important. Not uh, forgot about childhood, the things that I did on the past. So a lot of things that I do today, I continue since I was a child. So I think it helps me a lot to live, not to have too much anxiety. Like for example, sports helps me a lot. So I don't know if you got it, but
Yeah,
I think is important to maintain our childhood alive.
yeah. What city do you live?
It's Araruama, in Rio de Janeiro.
Is it nearby the sea? How is it?
Yes, there are two things: the lagoon. It's not a beach, but it's a lagoon. It's salt water, and have beaches as well, but it's like 20 minutes of my home. It's not true. I know that people who live 1 hour, 3 hours, but it's not easy to go. I will go out of my job and go to the beach. It's not possible. So it's my dream to finish my job and go a walk on the beach.
I understand you. As Floripa is an island, it's easier here because there are a lot of parts that we have beaches. But I live near one. But if I want to go to the south of the island, it's over an hour by car. Not by bus, by car. It's over an hour. And if I go to the southern part, it's much more than an hour because I live on the north part. So it can be very distant, very distant. But a secret I would like to tell you about you. You said that you like to walk in the end of the day on the beach. I've been living here for over 2 years now. And one of my dreams, those small dreams that we have that they're possible, it was to watch the sunrise on the beach. But I've done this just once since I live here because it's so early. I have to get up when it's still dark and go to there and do that. I've done this a couple weeks ago and it was very, very good. It was very beautiful. It was very fulfilling. I want to do that again, but not easy.
Yeah.
It's actually not easy, but it's very nice. Sometimes I go on the end of the day just to walk, just to see, to get my toes wet on the sea. That's a great feeling. That's very nice.
Yes, sometimes we don't give value when we achieve the thing. So it's difficult. I
I
promise I
do
will
give
try.
value, but it's very hard to wake up so early. Lucas, what about you?
For me, yes, I definitely wanted to visit the studios in Los Angeles of Paramount, Warner Bros. Pictures, and the Universal Studios. This desire, these dreams, it is still very strong in me. The child in me still wants it. That's it.
You're on the way to do that because you're learning English and you've been developing so fast. And as you've been developing, you're gonna be able to reach higher places in your career that will give you the possibility to reach those dreams. That's very nice because just like Isabel was saying, sometimes, I don't know, when we are kids, we have so much vivid dreams, we have so much stuff that we want to do, that we want to be, but we don't know how complicated adult life is, how much is complicated, for example, to work, study, and take care of a home and take care of your personal relationships. It takes so much of our time and our energy that we are not in the best energy to reach for all our childhood dreams. But just like you're doing, sometimes we have to actually get attached to the things that we want the most to go for it. We have so many steps toward something that toward a target, toward a dream that we have, but every day we have to take those little steps, and it's the path. We can't cut any paths. There's no easy way to do that. So let me see. Number 5, Andrea. How do you think nostalgia affects the way we view our childhood?
Oh, I think, guys, nostalgia helps us a lot, because sometimes I don't know, at least for me, I always remember about my childhood with this feeling, nostalgia, and I don't know, I feel grateful because I think I had a good childhood. I am a only child, so for me, I don't know, I didn't have so much friends, but I had some friends at school, and I don't know, it's always important to remember. And I remember the time that I used to pass it in my grandmother's house, for example. As I am my only child, I had in my around me all of my aunts and my uncles, And for example, my mom uh, has a big family. She is the oldest for 11
Wow.
siblings. Yeah. So I am the oldest one. And so my one of my uncles and aunts are almost the same age, that me. So I had the opportunity to play with my uncles and my aunts, one of them, of course. So I remember that this time. And I remember that since I was a child, I liked so much music because of this, the influence of my uncles, of my aunts, because one of them are already in a teenagerhood and always listening to music. So because of this, I like so much. And I think just remember that, this feeling of nostalgia, but in a good way, in my opinion. I don't know if you have nostalgia in a bad way, but yeah, that's it.
That's very nice and makes us think a lot the influence of our family in the construction of our personality.
Yeah.
Because maybe somehow you would end up liking music very much, but it changed you, it marked you because you had a good influence about your uncles and your aunts. So
Yes.
that's very nice. It could be about anything else, about, I don't know, maybe acting, maybe working in big corporations, maybe speaking a lot of languages, and music. That's very
Yeah.
nice because music is a great art that keeps us going on, keeps us alive in bad and good moments.
Yeah, I agree.
And you, Lucas.
I don't know if you understood the question correctly. Later, please tell me if you want. I am about to say sense, please. For me, nostalgia can embellish your vision or the past, making it seem like everything as more magical and this simple than I really is. That's it.
That's exactly it. You understand perfectly. That's it. That's something that I was thinking about the question because sometimes I don't know. I've got the feeling that we had how can I say this? We enhance more the past, the things that they already gone, if they were always better than actually happened, than our present. The future we can control, but sometimes we tend to think like, oh, when I had this, when it was like this, it was better. But maybe sometimes we forget about the whole picture that happened. Maybe sometimes it's because for a trauma and our brain just erases it. And sometimes we don't consciously choose, but we choose the parts that we want to remember. And as the years gone by, of course, we forget the little details and little stuff that was involved. But I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just something that happens with all of us because we can't remember every single detail in our life, but I've got that feeling that sometimes we tend to appreciate more the past and the things that they have gone than actual present. That's why there's a dictate that people say, I don't know exactly, but it's something like that. You only give value when you lose, something like that, because we don't appreciate at all the moment. And I believe that's because we have difficulty to connect 100% in our present because we're so distracted, but not only distracted, we have so much on our plate all the time that it's hard for us to focus and value what's in front of us. Isabel, what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, actually, I agree with you. You brought really nice things about it. I really don't want to be a person in the future that had a lot of thoughts about, I want to get my childhood back, or even I want to be younger again. And to don't feeling that in the future, I think you are right about what you said, to appreciate more the present, and also value the things that you have now, and try to don't think too much about the future and the things that you gonna lose, or even something like that. And about nostalgia, I believe affects in this point of view that you said before, Vicky, but also I think that the things that we learn in the childhood, like values, or even the or relations that we made, can help us on the future as well. For example, uh, I I need to get more older to have this nostalgia feeling very structured in my mind, because some things that I had in my childhood I continuing doing nowadays. Like, my family are very united. My aunts and my cousins, we have like a lot of families lunches, and my aunt cooks very well some sweets. And this environment is something that I really appreciate and want to continue in the future, even with my family in the future. So those things that I consider good in the past and I'm having nowadays, probably in the future I will see with these nostalgia feelings and want to keep going with that too.
Yeah, those family moments, they're so precious because so many stuff happen in our life. I remembered once that I was at home. I lived with my parents and I have two older sisters and we all lived together. And I remember that I was in high school, something like that, and I remembered so much stuff was going on with me and everything. Everyone has their own problems in life, but I stopped to think, oh my God, my sisters, they're finishing college and they're gonna get a job, they're gonna move out sometimes. And my older sister, she had a boyfriend for so long. Today she's married. And I began to think more and try to appreciate more, because I knew deep down in my mind that I didn't know what was going to be the last moment that I was going to have dinner with my family together, all of them living in the same house. The last time that I was going to sleep in the room with my sisters because we shared the room. And just a few months later, it began to happen. My sister got engaged, she got married. My other sister, she moved to another city, and my other sister moved with her husband, and now I'm living in Floripa, a different city. So it's very important for us to try to really understand what's going on now in our lives, because everything that we live, there's at least one thing that we do now, that we have now, that in the future things are gonna change. And I'm not saying it's for bad or for worse or for better, but we're gonna miss the things that we have today. Maybe we'll have other stuff, but we are gonna miss. For example, today I live here in Floripa, and I love living near to the beach. It's like 10 minutes away, so it's very nice. And I know I'm not gonna be here forever, so I really try to enjoy the best that I can, even though there's so many stuff going on, work, studies, and all the responsibilities. But that's very important because we are going to miss the things that we're living the same way we miss the things that we already lived. And we can't go back. It's life. Only go forward.
Yeah, and we tend to take the things for granted, right? Not put so much values when you have.
Yeah.
So you said everything, Victoria. I totally agree. We need to value this moment when we have with our family, our friends, you know. And you were saying about beach, guys. I live in the place that have beaches and I don't appreciate so much because I don't know. I think since I was a child, I go to the beach, I am used to it, but nowadays I don't like so much. And my husband loves, you know, go to the beach. And you guys makes me reflect about it because maybe one day I will move to another city and I will not have this opportunity to have the beach so near from me, you know. So be- because of this, I said that we used to we tend to take the things for granted. So we need to put value.
Yeah, but as you said, you lived there for so long, so
Yeah,
it's something that you really enjoy. Then I don't know, life goes different ways, and you enjoy better other stuff.
yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm making a mistake, Andrea, but I think I remember you sharing with us that your husband lived away for a while, right?
Yes, yes.
So maybe he was away from the beach, for example, and now he enjoys the most. But as you had for so long, it's something that, okay, I like, but I don't love it
Yeah,
anymore. I have other stuff that I love more.
yeah. It's a point, Vic. I agree.
Anna, and you.
Yes, you said everything. Summarized very well. Um, but I think nostalgia affects us in a good way to see the past and um, give more value for the things that we have now. So, oh, I when I was a child, I used it to do that thing and I miss this. So how can we enjoy nowadays? Some activity, something that we have, to don't have nostalgia for a bad thing on the future. So I think it's help us and teach us to give more value for things that we have now, and in the future remember as a good feeling, as a good thoughts about our past.
Yeah, going on the other way around, Anna, what's one childhood dream that you're glad you didn't follow?
You are glad you didn't follow. Oh my God.
Because
I
we were
think,
talking about nostalgia and now it's the
yeah,
other way.
yeah. I don't know if I was a child, like 5 years old, but during my teenager, like 14 years old, I had the dream to go out my city, so to go to a big city. And at that moment was a dream. It was more than a dream, it was a goal. So uh,
Good.
I had this in mind, but I don't regret, because nowadays my life is in the way that I really would like to have. And I realized that this dream, this goal wasn't mine, was of others, like the school, the colleagues, everybody saying that you need to have to go to a big city to be anyone. But nowadays I see that it's It's not necessary you go to a big city to be anyone and to have success. So I am glad that I didn't follow this, and I'm very happy now.
That's amazing, Anna. First thing, I really like that you distinguished goal and dream, because if you just dream, it's only gonna be a dream. It's not going to turn into reality if you don't take a dream and make it to a goal. Because when you have a goal, you have all the steps that you gotta take. When you have a dream, it's just a distant dream. And one great thing, a process that you went through, is to understand what was your dream, your goal, and what was other people's dreams and goals. Because it can be a very shady place when you have a bunch of friends and family talking about what they want, and uh, you can it can be blurred for you to understand, do I really want that, or the people around me who wants that? And I'm glad that you understood what you wanted and you just followed through. That's nice. Lucas, what about you? Question number 7. What childhood dream you're glad you didn't follow?
Foi engraçado responder isso. Ai, ai. A dream that I had, and I am glad I didn't follow us to be a soccer. Tem que pronunciar? Soccer jogador, soccer player.
Soccer player.
Thanks. Or at least that it ones that are really my calling, and I also realized that is dream Ernst mine if was my father. O sonho era dele, não era meu, mas mesmo assim eu tentei e foi terrivelmente errado.
Just like it was about Anna was saying, because it's very easy for you to blur things about what's your dream and what's your father's dreams, to let them connect with you. But it's a very important exercise that we have to make in our life, not only childhood. Is, am I following the place that I want, or I'm just going with the flow, or just following my family, my partner, my friends? I don't know. So that's very important. Andrea.
Yeah, I was thinking here, guys, it's not my dream. It was a dream of my mom. My mom like wanted that I became a teacher, but teacher for kids, you know.
Mhm.
And guys, I don't have kids. I am not a mother because I don't have patience with the kids, you know. Imagine. And I remember, no, no, I don't wanna do that. I don't want. And it was a fight, so big fight in that time, you know, but I won. I could follow my wishes, you know, but was not that. And I am really, really glad that I didn't follow this professional, because maybe I would be the worst teacher for kids in this world, you know.
I understand you, Andrea. I actually love kids. I am actually good with kids, but I really enjoy being Aunt Vicky. That's the best thing for me, and that's the thing that I want to continue to be, Aunt Vicky. That's it. I don't want to have children also, but I don't know. I guess I don't have patience, just like you. But that's one of the things. I guess some people, for example, my best friend in school. since we were very young, she always talked about she wanted to be a mother and have a family and have a husband and have a pet and going to do the stuff. And I always thought, wow, she's so young and she already knows. That's so crazy because I
Yeah.
didn't know anything in my life. And when she was 19, 20, she got married and now she has a beautiful kid. She has a baby, and I love the kid. It's very nice, but I'm more sure than never. Like I love child, I love being in it, but I don't want that for my life. They're so different paths, and it's nice to see that because I was talking to her a few days ago. It's nice to see that she is my best friend, but our lives they're so different, and I'm so happy for her, and I know she's happy for me, and that's the point. You do know it's important to distinguish what you want, or
Yeah.
maybe a best friend wants, maybe people who surrounds you want, because it's easy to get lost in the middle of that. Maybe what your father wants, your mother wants. That's very tough.
Yeah.
Isabel, what about you?
I really don't remember a dream that I glad didn't follow, but I remember a situation that when I was a child, I did rhythm gymnastic, but I was
Wow.
very bad. Like I really didn't know how to do the exercise, and was a time that I have to do this exercise. I don't know how to say that, but we need to put our legs
Uh-huh.
like in the ground, very in this straight mode. I don't know how to say that, and I needed my friend's help to hold my leg to make me static to try to do the exercise. So I was very bad. And I stopped doing that when I was a child. And it's curious because my sister became a gymnastic athlete. She got a lot
Really?
of she got a lot of classes, and she was representing our city in some how can I say that campeonatos in Portuguese. Nowadays she stopped, but she passed a lot of years doing that. So it's very curious this opposite situation. She was very good at it, but I'm not good at champions. Thank you.
Wow, that's very crazy. I know what you're talking about. Actually, the friend I was talking about, she could do that, and it's very hard. It hurts. I've tried, but it just doesn't
Don't
work.
go.
And that's very nice because your sister turned out to be a gymnastic athlete, right? To represent
Yeah.
your city. That's very crazy because our lives can turn off in so different paths. Even if, your sister, for example, when we have brothers and sisters, it's interesting to see how the same way that we were raised by our parents, we are so much different people. It's very crazy. Andrea, for example, your mother has another 10 siblings. She's the 11th. She has another 10, 11 totally different people raised by the same parents, the same people. So that's very interesting. Let me see the last question for us, guys. Number 9, Andrea. What's one way you can bring a piece of your childhood dreams into your current life?
Oh my gosh, difficult one. I'm still thinking about guys. And
So
I
I have a
don't
hint.
know.
I have a hint. You were just talking about the drum lessons.
Yeah. I think so. I think can be it, Vicky, because another thing that no, but I believe that drums lesson it's better than uh for example, start playing volleyball in this age, you know. So yeah,
Why?
yeah, because I used to play volleyball when I was a child, but it's not my dream, and it's impossible. I'm 47 nowadays, right? Imagine continuing playing volleyball. Maybe some dream drums lesson
Oh, please, Andrea, don't
can be
say
nice.
that. You're 47, you're so young.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
dead. You can begin in any age you want. It's a sport. It's a very nice sport,
yeah,
actually. And it's very, how can I say that? It's not that it's difficult, but it's unlikely to get hurt like in other sports because you don't have so much contact with other people. It's just
yeah,
the ball. So it's harder to get an injury or something like that.
yeah.
Actually, I was back playing volleyball for some couple weeks, and I'm so
Oh,
happy
nice.
because I'm a terrible player, but I'm having so much fun. It's nice to make a sport and to talk to new people that we have the same thing in common. Sports is the best way to meet new people and make friendships because
Yeah.
it's a healthy way. It's a nice way.
Yeah, maybe can be better than for example, because I need to exercise my body and I am thinking going to the gym, but I hate going to the gym, so can be an option, better option.
I'm a little bit mad on you about saying that you're 47 and it's not a good idea because I have this very big group of volleyball players, and there are people so much older than you, and we play, we get along, and it's very fun, it's very nice. So
Yeah.
don't put that in your mind because it's crazy.
Okay, thank you, Vicky.
Lucas and Joe.
Me, I believe that incorporating childhood hobbies into your routine, such as dreams in or telling stories, can be a way to keep that spirit alive. For example, my dream of visiting the studios in Los Angeles that I mentioned in question number two, I think. With English, I see to develop myself in the professional environment, and as consequence, these dreams can happen naturally. You never know. That's it.
That's it. You never know what's going to happen, but you know you're in the right path by doing what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Isabel, and I asked you, didn't I? No, it was the other question.
Yeah, it's very hard to me to remember a dream. I'm just remember habits that, as I said before, like drawing, stuff like that. So for this question, I will answer, keep continuing drawing. It's the only thing that I remember now. Sorry, guys. But it's an habit that I had in the past and I'm trying to continue nowadays or even painting, do something like that.
Very nice. Anna and you.
Yes, I think the same. We need to continue dreaming about the things that we had in the future. Um, and about the habits, I think we need to continue doing as well. So, Andrea, you are not old. I have a friend who is the same age, and tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on Saturday, she will do a competition on canoa vai, I don't know in on English. And nowadays, the sports is like uh, putting a lot of light on this. Everybody can play sports, and the ages don't matter. So it's very nice to see this movement, and I hope you can play volleyball or go to the beach, maybe surf.
Yes, yes, you changed my mind, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So that thing made me remember about my mother, guys, because she's 60 and she's part of a singing group, choral. I don't know the name in
Yes.
English, and for a couple of years, and she's loving it so much. And this month, March, she began to take Italian lessons. She's so
Wow.
happy. She's so very happy. Every day that I talk to her, every week she tells me, "Oh, today was my actually I think it's today, Thursday. Today I took my lesson and I learned this word." And sometimes she answers the phone telling answer me in Italian, and she said something in Italian, and she's very happy. And it's very nice because she always liked Italian, but she never learned. And though the singing group, it was just like a bridge for us, a little step that she needed to begin something that she always talked about that, but she was never serious enough to, oh, I want to do this, I'm going towards it. She always, oh, Italian is so beautiful. I wish I knew Italian. And now she's doing it. And last year she was taking Spanish lessons, but she didn't enjoy and she didn't go on. But that's the great thing about it. Just you try something and you're gonna know if you like it or not. If you don't like, that's okay. Drop and go find something else that you like. Like, for example, I tried gym for so many times and I understand that it's not for me, but I'm focusing on learning other sports. I'm playing beach tennis, I'm playing volleyball, I'm playing soccer, I'm playing a lot of stuff that's making me so happy. So that's it. Anna had to go, and so do we. Guys, thanks a lot for being here tonight. I had a lot of fun with you. Let me send you the link, the survey link. I hope you had a great night, guys. Get a good rest. Tomorrow is Friday, and we are going to enjoy the weekend. Bye bye. See you
Thank you,
next
Thank you
week.
very